Emil Pagliarulo, one of the directors at Bethesda, the studio we all know from the titles Daggerfall and Hexen 2, has received some backlash for statements made on social media. The self-proclaimed sentient gingerbread man went on X, the site where the one rule is that tweets can be no longer than 280 characters, and decided this would be the best medium to launch what I can only describe as the Elder's Scroll. This string of in total 15 tweets is in technical terms called a twat. The twat explained how people should be cautious of being overly critical for games, as a lot of time and effort goes into them. This is in response to Starfield receiving criticism from the player base for being too The game also saw its active player base shrink from an average 145k in the month of release to only 14k in the last 30 days before this news broadcast. The point that Mr. Pagliarulo tried to make was essentially that people outside the game development industry don't exactly know how hard everyone works, the struggle to bring a vision to life with constantly shifting resources, and the stress. He states that, in order to get there, the team has to push itself harder and harder, often while dealing with devs being shuffled around or leaving, looming deadlines, and creative decisions he wished he didn't have to make. Naturally, the reaction of the gaming community was level-headed.
We didn't mess up. The customer is wrong. Lol. More excuses. I have no hope for the Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. You can come out and make waves by taking a stance against game.
Yeah, I'm not reading that. We at Donut News place great importance in journalistic integrity, so we went as far as to actually read the whole thing instead of just a headline. All in all, the twat wasn't as bad as some people interpret it to be. The only thing which kind of annoyed me was that Mr. Pugliano mentioned the issues of being
the nature of AAA game development,
and also
the nature of the developer-player transactional relationship.
This kind of made me feel like he was trying to portray the game devs as some sort of martyrs that sacrifice so much to provide us a product, while looming deadlines, resource restrictions, and creative choices are something which most people who have a job where consumer products are to be made must deal with. An opinion which I will not state, as we are a trustworthy and reliable news channel. All I know is that if I labeled myself a sentient gingerbread man at my job, questions would be asked. In other news, Marvel's Wolverine is one of the most anticipated titles currently, as players want more of what the Marvel's Avengers game brought us in 2020. A few days ago, crucial information on the game was leaked. In-game animations, concept art, and the storyline found its way onto the internet. Does anyone care? Not really. Will it impact game sales? Nah, so why are we reporting it? F you. What we would like to point out is how unprofessional some of our competitors are. This article, for instance, explains the gravity of the leak, and then saying, oh, by the way, here's the animation footage, the concept art, and the summary of the storyline. F***ing sellouts. In our last segment, Sony has filed to have a patent approved for a process which continuously and automatically updates game difficulty depending on how a player performs. They call it adaptive difficulty calibration for skills-based activities in virtual environments, which they will abbreviate with ADKUFSEBEV. Okay, maybe they won't do that. The patent reads that player performance, such as time to complete a task or lost health, will be stored, analyzed, and depending on the outcome, difficulty parameters can be automatically adjusted. At this point, it's unclear exactly what difficulty parameters include, but our sources indicate things such as movement speed, strength of the character, number of enemies, and difficulty in enemy AI. Some people fear this can become a controversial topic when implemented, but sources also mention that few games already make use of ADKUFSEBEV, such as Resident Evil 4, Left 4 Dead, and the first Crash Bandicoot. Wait, what the fuck? That concludes this news report. Subscribe for more Donut News, and Merry Christmas everybody. Bye!